Hello and welcome. You're watching the Saturday edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Shavansan. Ladies and gentlemen, amid this entire debate of WAQF board, there is a growing chorus that if there is a WAQF board, then why not a Sanatan board? There is a growing chorus over this entire issue. In fact, you have had Hindu seers all this while demanding that just on the likes of a WAQF board, a Sanatan board should also be introduced. But now it is no longer limited to just Hindu seers who are demanding for a Sanatan board. But politicians have also waded into the debate. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we speak to a minister from Tripura government who've also joined this entire chorus demanding for a Sanatan board. Not just this, we're also going to go back to Manipur, where violence has once again erupted. What's the situation on the ground? An exclusive report coming in from Manipur. All this and much more on this edition of This Is Exclusive. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Tripura minister demands a Sanatan board.
परिवर्तन तय है।
पूर्ण बहुमत के साथ यहाँ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार एक बार फिर से बनने जा रही है।
Amit Shah leads the BJP's Jharkhand campaign in Jamshedpur. He says the mandate of the people will give a befitting reply to India. Three months on since Arjikor rape and murder, junior doctors stage protest demanding justice for Abhaya. Mahavikas Aghadi agrees to Ulema's pro-minority demands. BJP calls out appeasement vote bank politics.
को कमजोर करके सरकार बना लेगी, यही उसकी चाल है। आपको याद रखना है, एक है तो सेफ है।
In his Maharashtra campaign, Prime Minister Modi reiterates call for Hindu unity, says ek hai to safe hai. Suspected militants shot and killed a woman in Manipur. Victim, who was in her 20s, was from the Methi community. Ladies and gentlemen, Tripura Minister for Fisheries and Scheduled Caste Welfare, Sudhanshu Das, has now joined the debate, has demanded that a Sanatan board on the lines of WAQF board should be introduced. Tripura Minister Sudhanshu Das also calls Rahul Gandhi a devious character. The demand comes at a time when the debate is raging on over WAQF land emergency across the nation. And he's not just the only minister to have made a demand of this nature. Over the last few weeks, there has been a growing chorus, particularly coming in from the Hindu seers, demanding that a Sanatan board should be brought in, only to counter what they believe is a WAQF terror that has been unleashed in the country. So much so, multiple reports essentially coming in different parts of the country have only suggested one pattern. An ad hoc basis in which land is now being grabbed in the name of a WAQF. And that is the reason why Hindu seers and now politicians have waded into the debate, saying that it is high time that if there is a WAQF board, there should be a Sanatan board too. Take a look at this report and then we bring in our guest joining us on this broadcast.
Amid the ongoing WAQF grab debate, Tripura's SC Welfare Minister Sudhanshu Das has reignited the demand for a Sanatan board. Das argued that Muslims have the WAQF board while calling for a Sanatan board for Hindus too.
Sanatana Dharma people is the largest population of our country, and this is our legitimate right. And we want, if there is a WAQF board and other religious board, why not Sanatana board will be established in our country? Though the main religion of our country is Sanatana, and though already, as you all know, our country has been divided two parts in the basis of religion. Already Muslim people got one part of our country in the name of Pakistan. They have all the facilities, they got all the benefit from our country. But what the government of India and led by the Congress rule specially, what they allotted for Sanatana Dharma. So that is why I am demanding that our Dharma should be preserved, our religion and our sentiments should be honored by the government of India, and that is we are demanding Sanatan Board in our country.
According to the Tripura minister, the proposed Sanatan Board would serve as an institution working specifically to safeguard Hindu traditions and fight for the rights of the community. His comments on social media sparked a strong backlash, with opposition leaders criticizing the demand. CPM State Secretary Jitendra Chaudhary condemned the remarks as undesirable and called for the minister's resignation, accusing him of siding with a particular community. The Tripura minister's demand has secured support from Hindu seers. During the meeting, a resolution opposing the WAQF board was also passed, adding fuel to the Sanatan versus WAQF board debate. With cases of WAQF land grab rising with each passing day, the Hindu community is now demanding for a similar board. Is it time for a Sanatan board?
Joining us on This Is Exclusive tonight is Tripura Minister Sudhanshu Das. Mr. Das, thank you very much for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Let me straight away begin by asking you, a pitch of this nature, opposition parties have called it communal in nature, and the fact that you're trying to divide the society. If you believe that there is a need for a WAQF board, why would you then bring in something like a Sanatan board in the first place, which would only essentially mean that there is polarization taking place in the country?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. And let me tell you about all the matter which is very necessary to discuss nowadays. As you all know, our country is democratic and as well as the secular country, where all the citizens have equal right and equal fundamental rights. So if there is a WAQF board for the Muslim people, why not Sanatana people have Sanatana protection board? Why not Christian have their own board? Why the Farsi and other religions have other for their particular board?
But Mr. Das, can I ask you this? Because if you have been criticizing the existence of WAQF board, many of your colleagues from your party has essentially said that why do you need the WAQF board in the first place while you're trying to regulate it and temper it down? But the fact of the matter is that if you are going to now propose a Sanatan board, that your entire argument of diluting or bringing or ceasing to exist the WAQF board will also fall flat.
See, already entire nation has seen that lot of land, which is Hindus' land, government land, has been illegally encroached by the Muslims group in the name of WAQF board. And the main problem with the WAQF board is, wherever I am residing today, if tomorrow WAQF board come and they claim that that land belongs to WAQF, that I don't have any option to go to court, either the district magistrate court, because there is no option. I have to go only the WAQF tribunal, where it is difficult to get justice from there. So that is why our government as well as Bharatiya Janata Party, they bringing the WAQF Amendment Bill 2024 to modernize the bill, to modernize the WAQF property, and also to accountable for the WAQF. And there will be a significant changes will be there. But
I'll come
this
to
is
the
not
argument on the WAQF amendment bill in a short while from now. But tell me one good reason why you believe that there is a need for a Sanatan board in today's time.
Yes, this is a significant demand for all the Hindu Sanatan Dharma. Let me tell you, all the religion, they have their own policy and strategy. But only Sanatana Dharma, all the religious structures, all the temples is controlled by the government. See, everywhere in all the state, there is no favorite, Hindus' favorite government is ruling in the different part of our countries. Many of the government, they are completely against the Sanatan Dharma. Like DMK political party in Tamil Nadu, what we have seen that they want to eradicate the Sanatan Dharma. They think that Sanatan Dharma is like a dengue and malaria. So how can you expect then they will preserve your heritage structure, and they will preserve your heritage site, as well as they will protect your Hindu temples? We cannot expect. We cannot expect from the West Bengal government, then they will protect our cultural site as well as our religious structure. We cannot expect from Kerala's government. We cannot expect the present Karnataka governments. So that is why my legitimate demand is, if there is a Sanatan board, Sanatan protection board, so we will be capable to manage or to protect our religious structure as well as our temples.
You say the primary aim of the Sanatan board would be to protect the temples and various symbols of Hindu religion. But the fact of the matter is this: for the longest time, one has not been able to free our temples from the clutches of the government. How exactly do you think that a Sanatan board is perhaps the panacea to all your ills?
See, if there is a Sanatan board, what is my intention to spoke on that? If there is a Sanatan protection board, we can protect our religious site, we can protect our religious heritage as well as temples. What happened in Kashmir? In Kashmir, the Islamic extremist group, they vandalized, they destroyed many of the temples. But what is the present condition of that particular land? That particular land is captured by the extremist group. What is happening in different places of Kerala? What is happening in Tamil Nadu? You must have know that in Andhra Pradesh, there is a Venkatesh Swami temple which belongs to Hindus decades to decades. Now this temple, the WAQF is claiming that temple's area belongs to WAQF board. Just few days back, I have seen one news from Karnataka that there is one area called Vijayapura district. There are 15,000 acre farmers' land. Now WAQF boards claiming that land belongs to WAQF board. So why this is happening in our country? Where the Hindus is majority of our in our country? Sanatana people majority community of this country. But every time we have seen that discrimination happen with the Hindus only, not others. Because Hindus never think about their dharma, because Hindus always they tolerate to others, and that is why such type of unexpected things happening with the Sanatana people. So therefore I am requesting all the Hindus, Sanatani, please raise your voice, please unite it. All the Hindus should unite it, and they should speak in favor of the Sanatana to save our Sanatana as well as to preserve our ancient Sanatana Dharma, which is highly beneficial for all the humanism. Until unless the Sanatana Dharma is exist in our country, we can think about the democracy, we can think the
Mr. Das,
constitution.
why do you feel there is an urgent need to bring a Sanatan board? Is there an attempt that you all are making, particularly those who are in power, to perhaps drive a wedge between two communities, and the fact that it is again going back to the same old understanding that the community is under some danger. That is the reason why this entire call of batenge to katenge, and then now you have this Sanatan Board to be brought in. Are you again trying to perhaps send across a message that the community seems to be under some sort of a presumed danger?
See, there is a Sanskrit slok in Gita where Bhagavan Sri Krishna told to Arjuna, Srayan Shadharma Bhiguna Paradharmat Shanustitat Shadharma Nidanang Srayo Paradharma Cho Vayabaha. It means if other religious activities or festival is bigger than your religious festivals or the activities, it is not better, but it is our moral duty to save our religious, to save our spiritual activities, to save our religious activities. And if it is if you do this, or if you sacrificed your life, it is better for the sake of your religions. That is said by the Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So there is nothing unintentionally. There is nothing harmful things what I am telling. My intention is very simple. See, let me tell you one fantastic, very important example to you. One child born in Muslim family, he become a follower of Islam. One child born in Christian family, he became the Christian followers. But one newborn baby born in Hindu's family or Sanatan family, how he became secular. This is a very, hypocrisy is going on in our country. Hindu have no right to speak for their religious, interest. Muslim can go to masjid, they can offer namaz 5 times. Christian can go to church in every Sunday, they can perform their religious duties. But when Hindus speak, when Hindu talk about their religion, it is communal. How hypocrisy is going on. How hypocrisy.
One final question, Mr. Das. Mr. Das, you are in power. Your government is in power, and the fact that your government has made multiple promises in order to protect the Hindus. What is it that you would be doing about it? The fact of the matter is that many believe that this is some sort of an election gimmick that perhaps your party has been indulging in.
It might have your perception, but according to our perception, we will always working for betterment of every citizens. We are working for the overall development for the every citizens of our country. But same time, we are also being a Sanatani, we should also speak about Sanatan Dharma. If today we do not speak about Sanatan Dharma, then same thing we may face in coming days. If you do not learn from what is happening in Bangladesh, what is happening in Pakistan, what is still happening in Jammu and Kashmir, we have to learn from there. We have to learn from that particular place. What is happening with the Bangladesh? Every day Hindus people were killing by the Islamist group, jihadi groups, Maulawadi groups. Why? Because Hindu were never united to defend their dharma. They always, you just escape away. And that is why every time Hindus faced a lot of, troubles. So that is why my legitimate demand, this is the high time, all the Hindus should be united, and we should speak about our dharma, how to protect it, preserve our ancient, religion, and which is best religion. The Sanatan Dharma is the only dharma. Sanatan Dharma is the only religion which speak that Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santo Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashti Dukhu Bhag Bhavat. It means we are the people who wants everyone happiness and a healthy life. So that is why I am demanding Sanatan Dharma should be exist in our country. And that is why this is legitimate demand, and that is why I am demanding everyone, please unite it and raise your voice to constitute Sanatan Protection Board.
Well, thank you very much, Minister Das, for joining us on This Is Exclusive. In fact, many would also be wondering that if you are in power, hoping that you would be able to take this forward, because there is a growing chorus right now for a Sanatan Board to be instituted. It's not just Hindu seers, the politicians too, essentially demanding, hoping that this is not going to remain just an election promise or an election gimmick. Thank you very much, Mr. Das, for joining us. Well, in fact, shifting focus now to a ground report coming in from Manipur. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 months, the number of incidents that have taken place in Manipur has also increased. In fact, over the last 48 hours, 2 such incidents have already been reported. Violent clashes have actually taken place on the ground. While the government has essentially said that there is a peace plan in process, it appears that peace appears to be completely elusive in the state of Manipur. Take a look at this ground report filed by my colleague Anirudh.
Tension prevails in Saiton Kwakta area after the death of a woman who was walking in the rice field when a bullet hit her. The victim has been identified as Sapam Sophia. The body is still here in Saiton Kwakta, and you can see tension as well as grief shrouds the entire area. This is a BSF camp from where we are reporting now, and in and around the vicinity you can also see huge deployment of forces, both from the central agencies as well as the Manipur Police Commandos and the Manipur Police Reserve Battalion forces have been also deployed in this area. What happened today afternoon? To know more on that, we are joined by few women folks from क्वाक्टा साइटोन एरिया. क्या हुआ था यहाँ? आज दोपहर को फायरिंग हुआ, फिर एक लड़की का डेथ भी हुआ है. यहाँ पर थोड़ा विस्तार में बताएंगे क्या हुआ था यहाँ पर दोपहर को?
I am the president of Angkin, Apunma Manipur Kanba Imalup Angkin, and I heard this news on an occasion that we are receiving a girl who is won silver medal, and I heard that in the Saiton a woman was killed by the cookies, and we Watlambi, and we are so surprised that why they are killing the innocent women in that area, and then women are working as an innocent people, and why the cookie attack towards the women. We are very surprised, we are very sad, and I came here midden the receiving ceremony, and I heard here that on this area, in the southern area, there is Maharegiment troop, and on this side, on the northern area, BSF is there. Both of them are protecting this village. But why the cookie attacked this village, and why? We are very surprised, and they are attacking. Yes, they have killed so many people in Manipur, but why they attack towards the women? We do not want to use women's like a weapon in the war field, and this is not a true one. And that these two troops. The troops that is Assam Maharegiment and the BSF should be removed from this area, because they are having there, and they cannot protect the life of people, innocent people, and the property and the land, so they should be removed from this area.
These are the imams of the Kwakta Saiton area who have raised serious concern on targeting of women and innocent civilians, particularly by militants allegedly from the hillside, from the foothill areas, and this have not only enraged the locals here but also people from the nearby villages, particularly the volunteers have come here. We can also see a huge gathering outside the field, including the police forces. There are also village volunteers who have gathered here as the situation continues to remain tense. Meanwhile, we are also getting to know that security forces have already started cordoning the area, and also combing operations have been initiated by the central forces deployed here from the Quokta side. With video journalist Ashok, I am Anirudh Davakar reporting from Quokta Saiton for Republic Media Network.
Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with more exclusive stories.